Hi, welcome. I want to look at the most common symptoms that manifest in perimenopause and those that typically appear in postmenopause. There are differences based on hormonal patterns in each stage, and the information might be useful to some of you. It may help you determine if you're in perimenopause, if what you're experiencing is actually a possible symptom, or what you might expect in the future. There are no hard and fast rules or patterns when it comes to menopause, and each one of your midlife journeys are unique. So some of you may see some crossover of symptoms, but based on typical hormonal patterns in each stage, the thousands of women I've connected with over the years, my research, and my personal experiences, these are the symptom differences between perimenopause and postmenopause. Before I list the common symptoms that manifest in perimenopause, I'm going to mention the symptoms and discomforts that often don't play favorites and relentlessly torture women in peri and postmenopause. I can think of 7 right now that are insanely common and seem to be never ending for a lot of women. Anxiety is at the top of the list. A non-stop interruption and bother throughout midlife in one form or another. Weight gain also makes the list, and not only extra pounds, but unwanted changes in body composition, and a seemingly impossible battle to reverse either. Next is pain. Collagen and estrogen loss affect every inch of the body, and boy, can we feel it. Tendinitis, joint pain, muscle aches, random stabbing jabs, cramps, stitches, frozen shoulder. I could go on. Sleep problems occur from perimenopause right into postmenopause too. Issues falling asleep and staying asleep are super common and frustrating in midlife. Another huge frustration is brain fog, and it often begins in perimenopause and continues into postmenopause. Memory lapses, lack of focus and concentration, and zoning out are all troublesome. And we have to also include dryness and itchiness, just torturous for so many of us. Hating all of your clothing and scratching yourself raw are commonplace. Now let's get into the symptoms that often creep in perimenopause. This is the stage when progesterone is dropping and estrogen is all over the place, but typically high in comparison to progesterone. So many of the changes reflect that high swinging estrogen. This is when things like mood swings, unprovoked rage, and teariness begin. Your periods start to shift, and the further into perimenopause you get, the crazier the period changes become. Sore breasts become very bothersome. Headaches might begin or worsen. Digestion may start to become problematic, especially the bloating. I looked 7 months pregnant in perimenopause. This is the stage when most women start experiencing the terrifying palpitations too. I hear from women often concerned about their heart health. Frozen shoulder is a common occurrence in perimenopause as well. That was my painful introduction to perimenopause, and my shoulder never fully healed, honestly. This is also the time when the strange sensations from paresthesia manifest. The tingling, electric zaps, crawling, burning, and numbness are very unnerving. I still deal with it in postmenopause. Lucky me. Fatigue is extremely common too, and towards late perimenopause, many women start to see changes to their cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood sugar, which continue into postmenopause. Once your periods disappear and you cross into postmenopause, estrogen and progesterone are both low, and other unwanted symptoms and changes occur for many women. One of the worst is vaginal atrophy. It causes burning, itching, soreness, dryness, micro tears, and pain with intimacy, and can be torturous. Vaginal estrogen is a lifesaver for a lot of uncomfortable ladies. Frequent UTIs and embarrassing leaks when you cough, sneeze, laugh, or wait too long to use the bathroom also become problematic for some women in postmenopause, although an unlucky few start to experience these in late perimenopause. Muscle loss starts to become very noticeable in postmenopause, and the battle to reverse the bat wings and jello legs ramps up. And maintaining bone health becomes super important because osteopenia is more likely. Hot flashes and night sweats are a toss-up. Some women find they become very bothersome, while others say they improve the longer they're in postmenopause. I've been blessed not to experience the hot flashes or night sweats, and I hope I never do. There are over 100 possible symptoms, so I clearly didn't cover every single one. And as I mentioned earlier, some of you may experience peri or postmenopause slightly differently, but this is the most common pattern for many women. I'm several years postmenopausal now, and the symptoms I did experience followed the pattern I just described pretty closely. Where are you on your midlife journey, and what symptoms has menopause blessed you with? Feel free to share in the comments. I wish health, happiness, and peace of body and mind for each of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.